Hey everyone, let me check if I'm audible or not. Uh, Welcome to the stream, everyone. I know nobody's here yet, or maybe they won't come at all. But in this video, again, we would continue with the series of lead code till I die, where I would solve lead code questions with varying difficulties in some time constraint. And if I get my solutions right, today I have added some perks that I would get, like I would play a chess game, so that would be good and fun for me. But if I couldn't, then we could have some dare if you guys will join, or we can have yeah, end of a stream, or maybe a day based on the wheel. So maybe someday I would create a wheel, but today no, I haven't done that. Okay, so let's start with the lead code, I guess. So as always, hey, I'm audible or not? I have to check that. I haven't checked it yet. So I think I'm streaming. I guess I'm not streaming. Am I? Uh, why am I not visible? It's kind of confusing actually. Mm, okay, am I streaming? Yeah, I am actually streaming, so no worries. So, uh, as always, we would have a random number picker. So it's basically a random function that's implemented inside of it. Now we just have to explore the problems. Again, last time I couldn't solve it on the time constraint. You all have seen it, but at last I was able to solve it. I didn't actually told you about how to solve the problem yet, so maybe we should explore that. What do you guys say? How would you say? Because you haven't. Uh, okay, let's just have it already. So let's do the difficulty as easy. That we're fine. And uh, okay, so those questions I have not solved yet. I wanna do those questions only. Yeah. So these questions out of which I would be selecting, and the last time I did some questions, so it would be removed. Yeah. So minimum and maximum, let's generate. Last time I generated 3, now this time it's just 2. So it's nice. Let's see what is that. So it's a medium question, so I won't be taking it. So search insert position and length of the last word. Let's just solve this question. Uh, Given a string S consisting of words and spaces, return the length of the. Okay, one more thing. I do have to open the timer. I think I have not added the timer. Let's add timer for timer extension. Timer. Let's see if it is even possible to add it or not. Yeah, it is possible. Let's just add it. So we do have a timer, and yeah, okay, that's good. So let's start the timer. 10 minutes, the usual timing. So given a string S consisting of words and spaces, return the length of the last word in the string. A word is a maximal substring containing the maximal substring. A substring is a contiguous non-empty sequence of a character within a string consisting of non-space characters only. So we have a string consisting of words and spaces. Return the length of the last word in the string. A word is a maximal substring consisting of non-space characters. So it's quite easy, like hello, then there is word, uh, then here it is also there. So this question could easily be solved by using a built-in method of JavaScript, which I know. Uh, let's just try it. So I think it was trim. So let's see as dot console.log. Let's see as dot trim. Let's just trim it out and just run it. Answers are wrong, I know that. Output is undefined, but look at that. Hello world. And what are the different test cases for the hello world? Fly me. What is it? Let's see. It will also give a wrong answer. Yes, case 2. Fly me to the moon. Yeah. So you saw it like it takes out the spaces from the from the last and the first elements. So this could be the method by trimming and getting to the last one, like let trimmed string equals to s dot trim. So this would give us a trimmed version of the string, and what we'll do is we would iterate from the last. So so last element n, let n equals to trimmed string dot length. I think it should give you n, which is basically the length. And what I want to do is I want to iterate from n to either the starting point or a empty string. So let I equals to n minus 1 if I is greater than uh, I is greater than 0, greater than equal to 0. So till then you have to iterate and then just total length. I know I'm just making more and more variables at the moment, but I think it would be worth it. No, it won't be worth it, but let's just firstly solve the question. We'll talk about optimizations afterwards. If I is greater than equal to 0, then continue it, and I should be going minus minus in each step. If the trimmed if a trimmed string of I basically is equal to empty string. If this happens by any chance, then what should we do? It's an empty string, just return it. Sorry, not return. We can return length here. Yeah, we can return length. We can return from here. Yeah, it's possible. Or else it should be minus minus and then return length. Also, length would be incremented uh, as length plus plus. Let's just have this solution. I don't know if length is even a thing in it or not. Okay, output is 1 and expected output was going to be 5. Okay, second one, it was still 1. 1. So what's happening? I is greater than equal to 0, n minus 1, trimmed string dot length. So let's see, trimmed string dot length is very big, and we got n minus 1 of it, I, and then we length is 0. Okay, if trimmed string of I, that is which element? Sorry, it's this element. Let's run it. Game. If it's a space, then we have to do it. So still that. Okay. Trim string of I, if it is equal to 0, sorry, empty string return length. How much timer do I have left to start timer? Oh, we already had a timer. I didn't know that. Okay, only 3 minutes are remaining. Okay. Oh, sorry. I made a blunder. It should be while, and here it should be an empty string. This, it should be a space. I think this should be fine. Yeah. So just submit it, please. Yeah, it was good, but I used a lot of memory, so that was wrong. So, uh, so the question is solved. That's a good thing. Just, I think I can stop it now. So I was able to solve the question, basically. Now, let's try to understand what I did here. So whiteboard, let's see if anybody is watching me. No, nobody is watching. So let's just, for your future self, when you would see the video, I would also mention the question name in the description of the video after uploading, so that you will be able to find it afterwards, about the question. So let's understand it. So what I did was, we had a string like my name. Okay, I'm terrible. I have terrible handwriting. Yeah, so something like this, and we wanted to find the last portion of it, last length of the last word. Okay, last word's length has to be found. But the strings could be anything. They could have empty spaces after, before, or anywhere. So the problem basically becomes, just remove the last and the first spaces. But we can also solve it without it. Like, we could have a counter which iterates from the back. Okay, and at first it would look for the first character, like if there are a lot of empty spaces, then it would look for a character, and as soon as it finds a character, then it would iterate to the next elements and look if they are characters or not. And if they all are characters, uh, then whenever it won't find a character, like here, if it doesn't find any character, then it would break it, and we would start counting as soon as we get a character. We would stop counting as soon as we don't get a character after getting a character. So this sounds ridiculous, but this is how it would work. Like, and also, why am I iterating from the back? The answer is pretty simple. We basically, it's better because we want to find the last word, so iterating from the back is better. So I'm iterating from the back, and I am on E. Then so it's not always that it would be the first character. So I basically have to skip till I reach the first non-empty character. So I can do some adjustments like just delete it. What I would do is I would iterate while, so I would start from the back, while s of I, and what is I would start I equals to s dot len gth minus 1. So this is pretty normal stuff. The last element, okay, this, if it is not equal to empty string, yeah, if it is equal to empty string, so yeah, this is the moment, and I minus minus. So what will this do is it would skip all the empty strings from there, empty characters, and then what we have to do is let's make a length length equals 0 if I is equal to 0. So sorry, yeah, it came down to the first element, no, not 0, if it becomes minus 1, okay, then it means that we have gone out of the array. Then we basically need to return 0 because there are no words. Simple stuff. So we saw from the back and we did it like this, okay. And also s of I am iterating, and if it is working then it's fine. But what if s of I didn't exist? So it should exist as well. So s of I should exist. Undefined is not equal to, so we don't have to account for that, okay. If I becomes minus 1, but if it doesn't, which means I plus plus we have to do for that particular moment to account for the particular character. uh, yeah, so we would check it and it would go out. No, we don't have to. While s of I is not equal to, now we just have to check is not equal to empty character. If this happens, then length plus plus. So at the moment the value would be like any other value apart from the empty string, and then we would start adding it. The length would be incremented. Also okay, should not be equal to empty string, and I should be greater than so I should be less than 10. Sorry, I should be greater than, it should be less than, but it's going back, so I should be greater than 0, greater than equal to 0, and so this is needed. And if I is like that, okay, return length, I guess this is fine. If this happens, then it is also fine, and if this happens, if it is not equal, then just do it, okay. Okay, I think we don't require this condition. Also I should be greater than 0 or greater than equal to 0, and this should be the necessary conditions in both the cases, okay. Let's just see it if this still works. I have not brute forced it. Oh sorry, one more thing, I minus minus. That's why it's an infinite loop. Okay. There should be a button to skip the compilation for some time. Yeah. So I think this would be more memory efficient. Like earlier it was taking, oh no, it didn't help. Why? I basically took no array. I think this was the best we could do. Uh, so one more question done, guys. Now let's play chess. Chess.com. I'm a terrible chess player, so it would be fun playing like a noob. Okay. Okay. Let's just play. It would be 3 minutes. I would basically lose on time. Unrated. So let's just do. Okay. I'm blundering from the start. That's what I do best. Let's just have it like this. Okay. No. Makes sense. So this move basically gave me a free space to work with. I'm a terrible chess player, so I can't make use of it as well. Let's just castle. Oh, I basically missed a free thing. Yeah, I basically missed a free chance. But he didn't saw it, so what the hell is this game? Oh, sorry. I should have played with my original account. Okay, I'm blendering things, but still it's better. It might be entertaining for some how poor I play, but yeah. So it's basically wasting my time and yours as well. So let's just generate another random number. So 6. Good. So let's see. The last word. Update it again. How many? 173 questions. That's nice. Okay, we got 6, as you saw. 6. I had no control over that. Okay. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single number. So let's solve this question as well. Single number. Given a non-empty array of integers, every element appears twice except for one. Find the single one. You must implement a solution with a linear runtime complexity and use only constant extra space. So we have numbers and those are non-empty array numbers. Every element appears twice except for one. Yeah. Find the single one. Okay. You must implement a solution with a linear runtime complexity and uses constant extra time. So this is a good question because we can't store the value somewhere and use it. No, we cannot do that. Also, uh, they don't have a way to actually know whether we are using more space or not. Do they? I don't know. We might try it now, but let's firstly see if it is possible. 2, 2, 1. Okay. I know a way, like 2, 2, 1. Uh, let's have a variable. Okay. Let's have a variable. Uh, let's let it be I. Then if it goes to second one, sorry, first one, it found a new one, so it would make it 1. If I found the same element again, then it would make it 0. Every element appears twice for 1. Okay. And then No, no, it won't work because we also want the value. Hmm, this is an interesting question. Okay, it's a linear time. Thumb. What could be the possible solution of it? I have no clue now. I thought having a variable which whose value increments every time it finds a new value that would might help, but it won't help because it won't give us the position. It would only tell there is a particular solution more than that. Okay. Two appears twice. Okay, two. Next element, if I check, it's two. No, that won't work. Four, then one. If I sort it, it's a linear runtime. No, it isn't. It's logarithmic and log n. So it won't be linear if I sort it even. Then also, how can we get it in linear time? Each element appears twice except for one. Oh, sorry, I forgot about a timer. So I would basically just get like 7 minutes. Maybe a timer would help. Okay, like here, I would only get 7 minutes. Okay. So numbers length is pretty low. This is also low. So thing is, it might work for n square. It might work. Is there some way like addition or stuff? Is there a way like addition? Given a non-empty array of nums, every element appears twice except one. Find the single one. You must implement a solution with linear time complexity. Okay. How could we know element is appearing twice? There is no way in logarithmic time with only constant extra space. If we had space, then it was a very easy question. Like we could have a frequency counter attached. Getting me? We could have a frequency attached to it. Like 2 appears 0 times. It appears was 2 appears one time, 2 appears 2 times, then 1 appear one time. So 1 would be the answer. It was a pretty easy solution then. But now I have solved this question some time ago in GFG or any other platform. I just don't recall it. There was something related to sum of numbers, but it would have required you to have values in between 1 to n. This won't work. I don't remember it. Okay, non-empty array. It appears twice. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so let me have a variable I that's equal to 1, then 2, so it becomes 1 again, and if it founds anything else, it makes it 1. Okay, so its value would be 1. Okay, so here if it is 2 carry, it would work. For 4, it enters the value, then there is 1, that's 2, then also 3, then 2, then it's 1. 4 makes sense. 1, 2. Okay. It's kind of very boring. I'm not getting any hint. Can I get some hint? This question seems hard. Find that single one. How we can find it? There are 5 elements, 4 elements, 5 elements, 3 elements, 1 element, so odd number of elements. Okay. I'm not getting the answer. So it's basically no use of the time. I had no clue how to solve it. Find that single one. You must implement a solution with linear runtime. Linear runtime means I can iterate through it once or twice. Oh yeah, once or twice. Maybe iterating from the front. Okay, iterating from the front. What I can do is and from the back. I don't have much time left. I think I have failed this question. I don't know how to solve it. It might be very easy question, but I am basically stuck. So it makes no sense to waste you guys time. So I'm resetting the timer, and I would be looking at maybe discussion first. So I'm not sure whether they would discuss the answer. I think they would, best of my knowledge, do the same. It is trivial if you understand bitwise operator. Okay, bitwise operators, yes. Yeah, so basically, like bitwise operators just cancel out each other in every step. I have solved this question once. Look. What happens in this question is, let's just erase everything up and see how is it actually done. Uh, I thought I have solved it, and I basically did it, but you know, not revising the questions is also pretty bad. So let's start. So like 2, 2, 1. So there is XOR operation. Okay. Do you understand? So also I don't have any viewers, so you guys all understand what is XOR operation. So though the property of XOR is that, was that of XOR? Yeah, it was of XOR, but we can't do XOR. It was that uh, they basically 2 and XOR and XOR, and this would basically result in 1. There was some bitwise operator. I forgot. Maybe it was something other. It wasn't XOR. I think it's impossible to solve it in. No. And as far as I know, impossible to solve if you don't. Since we don't come up with an actual programming, I think this program is bad as either in XOR. Yeah, I know XOR makes sense, but okay, let's see. Bitwise XOR, like 0 0 1 0. So let's understand it a bit. Okay, 2 is basically 1 0, then 1 0. XOR of 1 0 1 0 is basically 0 0. XOR basically means exclusive OR. So the both should be different. It requires both of the values to be different. Did it? I think it did. So let's compare it with 1 0 1 and 0 0 XOR. If we do it, then 1 0 is different, so it's 1, and here it is 0, so it would give you 1. So it basically eats up the similar kind of things. Yeah, sorry, so it eats up things. Like, again, it was just 2 2. For example, 4 5 7 9 4 5 7. Let's just do it for this, guys. So 4 and 5, let's do a XOR of that. So 1 0 0 and 5 is 1 0 1. Easy. 1 0 1. So the answer would be just 1. So here, from here we would get 1. For 7 and 9, we can do any one. There is no means, it's basically associative. So we can solve any one of them prior to other. So 7 9 is 1 1 1 and 1 0 0 1. So as one of the solutions. So here, when you will do the XOR, 1 1 becomes 0 and 1 0 becomes 1 and 1 0 becomes 1, and if nothing is there, then it's also 1. So 1 1 1 0 makes sense. Okay, 1 1 1 0, and maybe I might be completely wrong here because I might have done some silly mistake, but it works most of the time. So I think I've taken a lot of things. Like 7 I took, 7 9 I took, 4 was remaining, 1 0 0. That's 5. Let's add 5 as well. 1 0 1. The solution was basically, this would actually give you what? 1 1, and 1 1 would give you eat up it to a 0. So there is no need of this and this because they get eaten up. Like this would basically give you 0 1, and 0 1 0 1's XOR would be 0, so this would be cancelled. 7 9 is 1 1 1 0, and 7 is 1 1 and 1. So 1 1 1 1 1 is 0 1 1 0, and it would make you 1 0 0 1. So we basically just have to do XOR operations. I have not done it in JS, so I should do it now. Also, I failed you guys, so sorry about that. Now nums, okay, for, okay, int I, let I equals to 0 while I is less than length of the nums dot length. I basically used to code in Python for DSA, but now I've completely switched to JavaScript. Then also I have not learned the whole syntax well, so sometimes I make errors. So yeah, I make mistakes a lot. Okay, let's write answer. This should be, we would get answer, so it doesn't even matter. So answer with a, okay, so should we do an let's firstly understand something. uh, so let's erase everything out, because I want to discuss one more thing. What happens when you do it, do XOR operation with 0 0? When you do operation with it, what will happen? It would give you identity. Look, it give you an identity, so it could give you the same element. But one, if you take it as 1, then what will happen? Okay, then it will basically make it 0. So yes, no, it would basically make you, would give you different answer. So making it 0 is good. Okay, this, and yeah, nums of I think this is good. It would keep on doing that and return ENSW. And yeah, also I minus minus. I should be less than this. Okay, I started I plus plus. So this should work. I might have made a mistake. Yeah, I think it's solved. So thanks for joining, everyone. This is stream. I hope you found this methods interesting. I couldn't solve much questions, but still a great day, and I hope you guys will also solve more Leetcode questions. In upcoming videos, we would change subjects a bit, and we would also discuss about some development things, about different coding paradigms apart from just solving questions. So stay tuned for that and subscribe for more content.